The other day I made a video rambling about some AI stuff that I've been doing, and I almost didn't publish it because I thought it was just a ramble, but it's becoming one of the most popular videos on the channel. And that's because AI is the new big thing and everybody's really interested in it, but it's so new that like nobody really understands it yet. And I've been using it daily for a couple of years now, and everything that I do on a computer now is through AI. And so I spend a lot of time thinking about it. And the other day I was pondering, what's going on here? We have all these people like me who 2 years ago, like I didn't know anything about programming. I knew some things about computers, but I was like a complete newbie. Like I couldn't code to save my life. And an AI has enabled me to, at this point, build tons of cool stuff, and at this point I'm like overhauling my entire business. Like it's affecting every little bit and piece of what we do. And I was thinking about just like what's happening here as far as like me, other people, and this AI technology. And so I drew this little diagram, and I'm going to walk you through it, and that I think it might just help us all like think about this some more and see what's going on, because all this AI stuff is happening in the digital space. Like it's all on computers, it's all on screens, most of it's happening off a screen, like we don't see it. And there's a lot of like programmers and super technical people out there who get it, but for most of us who spent most of our lives in like the physical world, like we don't really get it. And so on one end of this, we've got the novice programmer. That would be basically me a couple years ago. And then on the other end, we have the expert programmer. So somebody who doesn't know how to code, somebody who's been coding a really long time. And on this continuum, I've got this little continuum here. We've got these technologies. So this is like when ChatGPT got really big a couple days ago. It started making this like programming, this technical computer stuff, it just started making it easier. And all of a sudden these expert programmers on this end were able to do so much more because they had this ChatGPT. And then Claude came out, and Claude was better at coding than GPT, and it made things even easier. And what I see, or what I've seen, is the expert programmer, or this whole realm of expertise is just kind of moving. It's all getting easier. And then you have all these newbies like me using these technologies, and we're getting smarter. And so we're all kind of converging towards the middle. And not too long ago, like Opus 4.5 came out. That was the new Claude model. It's 4.6 now. But that made things even easier. And by that point, February of this year, like I was probably somewhere around here on the continuum. And I think a lot of people like me were here. And that's why when Opus came out, all of a sudden things got easier to a point that whatever expertise we had developed became exponentially more relevant. And we were enabled to start building programs, applications, doing all sorts of things that we were never able to do before. And you like watching this, most of my audience are contractors, people working in the physical world all the time, not on computers all the time. And so you're probably like somewhere over here still. But the good news is it's getting easier and everything is moving towards you. But there is some kind of like magic line somewhere. That's what this dotted line is. We'll call it the magic line, where there's like, it's not ever gonna get any easier than that. Like there's always gonna be some level of understanding or some like level of skill you have to have with AI to be able to play in this world of being able to leverage the technology to create programs and applications that do things for you. A lot of people are stuck over here where you're just using the raw AI. You're giving it some kind of input and you're taking an output, and you're seeing how much you can do with that. But so much of the value that people like me are getting right now is because I'm using the AI to actually program, to code things, to create applications and software for myself that do like tons of crazy, really cool stuff. In that last video I did, I talked about how I took all of the data from all of the apps that we use at my company and I moved it into a database. And a lot of people in the comments were asking, well, how did you give Claude that database, or how did Claude move your data? And that's a good question, because actually Claude didn't move the data. Claude helped me write programs, computer programs, that moved my data. And Claude helped me set up the database that stored all of the data. And so the AI isn't technically doing all of this stuff. AI is just enabling people like me to do stuff that was possible before AI. And I think that's a big key point that a lot of folks haven't grasped yet. So I want you to grasp it now. As time goes on, a lot of people are going to just become programmers. They're going to become developers, and they will have never typed a line of code in their life, but they will have been enabled by AI tools to be able to create software, create applications. And in a few years, it will become so easy that you'll need the minimal level of understanding to do it. But I believe there will always be this magic line. There will always be a certain level of understanding required to get the most out of this, which is why my advice to everybody is always just start using these tools. Like, start using Claude, Opus, start asking it how you can do things. Like, if you have an idea, put it in. How could this be done? And you just have to start learning it. And whether or not you should learn a lot of things is going to become a more important question as time goes on. For example, right now it's easier than ever to build a website and do some kind of basic marketing. And so the level of skill required to get started on that is far less than it used to be. But the fact remains that to get the most out of it, you still have to spend a lot of time doing it. And so where is your time best served? I think right now, as far as AI is concerned, your time is best served just experimenting with it and playing around with it. Like, literally play around with it. Get Claude, talk to it, ask it questions, learn, like when it explains things, read it. If you're looking for like a magic button that just makes you a ton of money without you having to understand what it does, probably never going to happen. But this little continuum diagram helps me understand what's going on. Like, the whole realm of software development is becoming easier the more this AI progression takes place. And regular people like you and me who never programmed anything in our lives are moving this direction. We're getting smarter, we're learning with these tools, we're being enabled, and we're able to do 1,000 times more and move 1,000 times faster than we could just a few years ago. And the people taking advantage of that are the ones who are saying how amazing AI is, and the people who aren't are the ones saying, oh, AI is overblown, it's just not gonna, it doesn't matter, it's gonna go away. So let me know what you think of that in the comments. If you think I'm full of shit, tell me. But tell me where you are on the spectrum, and help me understand even more than I do now. Thanks for watching.